This is J&J Studio. Thanks for stopping in. We got another wonderful video for you. Here we go. Sit back and relax and enjoy.
Another J&J Studio video.
Here's my disturbing news lines last few days with these storms.
Okay, so from my understanding, they're closing the doors on all of these people.
You're watching the moment workers at an Oklahoma City Amazon warehouse say management shut them out of the building as a tornado was coming their way.
Their priorities are way better than ours. We don't deserve to be in a safe environment.
No explanations, just a chaos and a slam door in the face.
All of it playing out at this Amazon warehouse near I-35 and I-240 Tuesday evening. At the same time, a tornado confirmed by spotters was forming nearby. The National Weather Service quickly issuing a tornado warning for the area. These two Amazon Flex delivery drivers who asked we protect their identities recorded tornado sirens blaring as they and other drivers tried to get inside to safety.
The sirens go off, so there's a little bit of panic, and it's definitely windy.
Only to be greeted by a group of other drivers who'd just been forced outside.
They had like probably 15 to 10 people inside at that point, and they told them that they all had to get out.
The worker recording had to hear it for herself.
I got right to the door, and one of the employees, I just kind of looked him in the face, and I was like, these sirens are going off, my friend. Like, we need shelter. And his eyes just got big and my eyes got big, and he just pointed at the security guard and was like, we do what he says. And I looked at the security guard and he gave me a stare for a second.
That's when you see that person grab the door and slam it shut, forcing those workers back to their cars.
I just turned around and was like, what in the world just happened? Like, there's a tornado that can hit at any time, and we are here to defend for ourselves.
I couldn't believe, my first thought after we got back into the car was that, I guess they're prioritizing their merchandise and their equipment over the lives of their workers.
Thankfully, the storm veered a bit north and the tornado fell apart.
God forbid the tornado would have touched down and cars started flipping over and blocking paths to get in and out. It would have just been a madhouse. I would not have been able to do anything to get us to safety in a proper amount of time.
A spokesperson said they'd send us some sort of response before our deadline, but they never did. And now the whole thing just leaves these two feeling completely dehumanized.
Well, there's just other instances of, mass corporations not really caring and not really doing what they should for their workers or their employees. And I think this is just another thing that, proves that we need some policy change. We're still humans and we still have the right to be safe, and we're invited there to work.
In Oklahoma City, Spencer Humphrey, Oklahoma's News 4.
Deadline had passed, we did hear from an Amazon spokesperson who told us this, quote, the health and safety of our employees and partners is our highest priority, the statement says, and we take these matters very seriously. The actions taken here did not follow our policies and procedures, and we've suspended the employees involved while we investigate the incident.
Always have a safety plan during severe weather. Where to go during event and tornado.
To take away here, Spencer, tell us more.
Yeah, Allie and Kevin, if you ask any storm chaser, they'll tell you the biggest danger they face while chasing is not actually the storms, but other drivers. And these chasers say what happened to them is a prime example of why all chasers, but especially those new to it, should never go alone.
Yeah, I grew up in Bridge Creek, and we got hit by a big tornado in '99.
And since that childhood brush with Mother Nature's fury, forewarned storm tracker Connor 2 has been hooked.
There's nothing else like it. It is such a show. I mean, mountains and oceans almost like don't compare.
He and chase partner Blaze Edwards have both been storm chasing since 2009.
Each day is always different. You're never going to see the same thing twice.
And they began Thursday like any other chase.
There was quite a few people on that road, and a lot of them were chasers.
They were out west in Roger Mills County. As Connor drove, Blaze ran the equipment and navigated. It was around 9:30 p.m. when they were approaching the town of Hammond.
We were talking about movies and just kind of having a normal conversation. All of a sudden, I see headlights like out the side door window, and it was like my brain knew like there's not supposed to be headlights there.
A driver blew a stop sign and slammed into Connor's truck at highway speeds. Their dash cam showing it quite literally came out of nowhere.
With that impact, I heard it, and it was like just like a crunch.
And then we were upside down, and then right side up, and then upside down again.
And it was that feeling of we would roll and you'd go weightless, and then I would brace, and then there would be another impact.
After rolling 4 times, their truck came to a rest on its side.
I didn't know which way was down.
The first thing I said was, "Blaze, are you all right?" And he was moaning because he was hurting, but he said, "Yeah."
Other drivers immediately stopping to help.
2 guys pulled me out and dragged me onto the side of the truck, and then they helped me climb down, and then I went back behind the truck and collapsed into the ditch, and then firefighters dragged me back to the back of their truck.
So I stood up inside the truck, and then stood on the steering wheel with one foot, climbed up and out, and I sat on the edge of the truck for quite a while.
An ambulance rushing them to a hospital.
My wife has always been very nervous about my job. I have 3 daughters at home, 3 little girls, but I called her from the ambulance and just kind of explained to her I'm okay, everything's okay.
Connor miraculously made it out with some bumps, bruises, and whiplash, but Blaze wasn't as lucky, coming away with a broken rib and sternum.
This right here, and I knew that immediately when I got out of the truck, and one of the firemen that was carrying me, he could hear it popping as I was breathing.
The driver who hit them, also hospitalized with minor injuries.
I was pretty upset about the whole thing until I walked into his hospital room and saw him, and to me, he just looked like a kid,
Turns out that driver, freshly 18 years old, was an amateur storm chaser.
That kid was doing the same thing I was doing when I was 17 years old.
But things are different today.
As he has, though, and that a lot of chasers have now. When I first started, it was mostly about the road and the storm.
They say there's a lesson here for other budding storm chasers.
Chasing alone at night with screens is dangerous for anyone, but it's especially dangerous for someone who's new at this.
I love that people are getting into this. This is a great hobby. You're getting into science. I love that. But go with someone else for a while.
And they say just as important,
I will always say, wear your seatbelt. That's what saved us.
One simple click allowed them to spend today with their families.
There's nothing we could have done different. That's the honest truth. It's kind of scary. So I'm thoroughly convinced I have a guardian angel.
And a fellow storm tracker has set up a GoFundMe. We'll have a link to that on our website. As for the driver who caused the crash, the Oklahoma Highway Patrol ticketed him for inattention, resulting in a collision.
From north central Illinois all the way to north central Indiana. We'll come back to that in a little bit. But in Oklahoma, this is where we had all those hail reports, okay? So there were a couple supercells in southwest Oklahoma, and then the one that started west of the metro and then came right through Oklahoma City. I want to show you what that looked like here, both from our reports and also some from you. Look at the low-hanging clouds right there. This was a live view from our Foresight drone yesterday from northeast Oklahoma City, looking off to the west. Backlit very well, so the sunshine coming in lets you see all that rotation right there. Another video here from us from yesterday. Again, this was in the evening hours, so a lot of folks were out and about, unfortunately, during this time. And you can see the hail there just bouncing on the ground. Yeah, a lot of folks saw some hail. We sure hope you're okay this afternoon. Let's go ahead and take a look at our winds. This is a completely different air mass. It is dry, it is stable, it is windy, and it is cooler outside. Live temperatures right now, we are in the 40s still in northern parts of the state here. Kay County over toward Harper County. Buffalo is 48, and here's the steady winds. Look at this. Eastern Oklahoma, not that much. A lot more central and western Oklahoma, and some of these gusts over 40 miles per hour. Right now, Minko, 46. They were 51 about half an hour ago. 49 in Medicine Park. Of course, these areas are elevated a little bit more, so the fire danger will be with us the next several hours, especially out to the west and southwest. Now, tomorrow, the winds will change. There'll be a southwesterly wind with us, so that'll bring in drier air. By the early afternoon, we'll have extreme fire danger north central, northwestern Oklahoma into central parts of the state before that goes down a little bit more toward.
If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe and smash that bell so you get the newest notification, newest videos, and share us out with your friends and family. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, guys.